Okay, everybody, you'll want to sit down and hold on. This was a wild one here. I talked to Tim, supposedly from the Social Security Administration, and we had a long, rambling, and very enjoyable conversation on my part. And I really, really had fun jerking this guy around. And at one point, he even said, you should be a stand-up comedian. So anyway, enjoy this. It's a long video. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching.
Administrator or the administration of the Social Security. I'm trying to locate a bookie call.
That's me.
All right. Well, sir, right now at this point of time, do you receive a letter that we sent in the mail from Social Security in regards of benefits?
What type of benefits? What type of mail? I don't remember getting a letter. What type of benefits?
All right. Well, this is your SSI Social Security benefits that you receive on the 3rd.
You say on the turd?
Yeah, on the 3rd.
You mean like a turd? TURD? Like, excrement, poop, or something? Turd?
That will be like the 3rd of every month. That will be the 3rd, like tree of something. 1, 2, 3, the 3rd.
Turd? Like on a trees don't turd. A tree? Or a turd? I don't understand. What do you mean?
All right, sir, I'm talking about the tree of the month. Do you receive benefits from Social Security on the tree of the month? We could call it the 3rd. It's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. All right? So I'm talking about the 3rd right now.
Turd? You mean like when you go to the bathroom and you drop a turd? Is that what you mean? I'm serious. I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean 3rd? You mean 3rd? Are you there?
Sir, what, you're talking a lot of stuff on the line.
No, I didn't understand you. You said turd, and the word turd means, the same as excrement. TURD means, I'm just saying, I think you mean the 3rd. Do you mean the 3rd? Is that what you mean? The 3rd of the month?
Yes, and why will I talking about something different? This is a Social Security.
But I didn't understand when you said the word turd. That was a weird thing to say, and I didn't understand the word turd. And then you said tree. You mean 3?
Well, that's not a weird thing for me to say anyway.
Well, you're not pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, because I'm not really fully. I wasn't also an Indian. Also, I spent a couple time in India. I don't really fully know about the U.S. also, so I just get this working. I'm doing it right now. So I kind of got an accent. I know about that, but
well, nothing wrong with an accent. I just didn't understand what you meant. So, are you in India now? Are you calling me from India?
No, I'm in the United States now. This is a Social Security call. I've been working with Social Security over 15 years now.
Oh, where are you located?
Right now, I'm located in Maryland. You could dance on Broadway Avenue.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So now we got that straight. How can I help you?
All right. We're calling because of your benefits. We sent a writing out in the mail. You're supposed to receive an increase. That's like a raise on your Social Security benefits for next month's payout. You say you received the writing in the mail, so I guess you're supposed to know about that, and you're supposed to be expecting this call, right?
I didn't expect a call. No. This is a surprise. I didn't expect the call. So, yeah.
All right. And you read the writing that we send out, because once you read the writing that we send out, you're supposed to expect the call this time at this day.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, sir, you're supposed to receive an increase. That's like a raise on your Social Security benefits. I'm supposed to update a new direct deposit for you with you on the line. You know what a direct deposit is?
I don't get direct deposit.
You don't receive direct deposit?
No, they send me a check.
You receive your Social Security benefits in the mail.
Correct.
That's what you're telling me?
Correct, yes.
But
every month. Every month.
You're on the file. You got a financial institution.
Okay, so, but I get a check every month.
Yeah, I know, but you're on your file. Your check goes to a financial institution.
Yeah, eventually I'll take it to the bank, and I'll put it in my savings or cash it, do what I need to do with it, pay my bills, that type of thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, sir, I'm going to update your direct deposit. That simply means I'm going to put your increase on your normal Social Security total.
Wait a minute. Why hold on.
If the increase is $35, it will be added for next month, so I'm going to update your direct deposit with you on the line.
Okay, well, wait a minute. I got a question. You said that I was getting an increase already, and it's already in the works. Why do you have to upgrade it? Why do I need to have you do it? Because it's already being done automatically, isn't it?
No, it's not already has been automatically. It has been done.
It always has before. It always has before. I've never received a phone call like this before, so it's always been automatically upgraded or increased. I've never received a phone call like this.
Yeah, that's when you receive an increase. That's the first of every month.
Yeah. Well, you said the third. You said the third, but you meant the third.
It's a monthly increase that will only be for 1 month. You ain't gonna receive this $30 every month.
Why not?
1 month.
Why not?
Receive this $30. It's a 1 month increase.
That's odd. Why am I only getting it for 1 month? I don't understand that.
Because this is something that you have been selected for. All right.
Whoa, that's great. Who selected me? Who selected me? That's great to know. I'd like to know that. I'd like to thank them.
It's not someone selected you. It's your credit score. Your credit score could select you and that's all you're getting this right now. No one don't randomly look for your name and put you here. All right.
My credit score? I have a really bad credit score, though. I mean, it's really, really bad. I owe a lot of money to people.
Well, that's what you don't understand. Your credit score can't tell you about owing money and all those stuff. That's not your credit score.
Well, yeah, it is. The credit score directly reflects how much money you owe in credit. I mean, if you don't pay your bills on time, you get a bad credit score. That's me. I get a really bad credit score. So, I could use the extra $35 for this month. Will that be taxed, by the way? Will that be taxed?
Telling me that you got a bad credit score and you still got a driver's license. You still be driving, right?
No, they revoked my driver's license some time ago. I've had a lot of trouble driving cars. I really have had a number of things go wrong there, so I can't drive anymore legally. I have a car and I drive, but not legally.
So why you driving your car that's not illegal?
Because I want to drive the car.
All right, well, that's not really my business anyway.
Well, you brought it up. You asked me about it, so I told you.
All right. So I'm going to finish up what we started here. I'm going to ask you some security questions that we asked you the last time you put in a Social Security branch.
What kind of questions? Are these personal questions? I don't like personal questions.
Well, these personal questions is all those questions that's supposed to make you receive this $30. So if you really need it, you got to get started right.
Okay, so what?
We already got the answers here. This is Social Security. We already got the answers.
Well, if you already got the answers, how come you're asking me? Seriously, if you already have the answers, why do you need information?
We're doing a re-verification, and your direct deposit supposed to be updated with you on the line, so you got to answer some few questions.
Well, give me a sample question. If I like it, I'll answer it.
All right. You got we sent you a Social Security card. You got a middle initial on it, like a middle name. What's that middle initial?
Q.
And you're positive that's you?
That's the letter I'm telling you. You tell me if that's right. Confirm.
No, I'm asking you. I want to make sure that you're telling me that it's right.
I'm going to tell you it's Q. You tell me if it's right or not. Let's see. I'm going to try to trick you. You tell me if that's correct.
No, that won't be good for you.
Why not?
That won't be good for you. This is a government business. Not because I'm taking time with you. Don't take this as something that you could do over and over. All right?
I'll do it. Well, why not? Why not? I've done over and over again. Why not? It's the government.
Listen to me, sir. You seem like a hard-headed man.
I am. I'm very hard-headed. I'm very hard-headed.
You have any manners for people, because this is a Social Security, and you've been acting up when I call you the first time until now. What's wrong with you?
I'm just giving you trouble. I like giving people trouble, especially you. I don't particularly like you. When you called, I didn't like your voice immediately. When you called me, I didn't like your voice right off. I could tell there's something about you I don't like. I bet you're not a very nice person.
I am a nice person.
No, you're not either. If you work for if you work for the government, come on, everybody knows you government agents. You're all spying on us and everything else anyway. So you're probably some bureaucrat in Washington.
Well, I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to. Yeah, I got to spy on you. You're a civilian, all right?
Yeah. Are you a civilian? Are you a civilian? Or are you in the military?
I'm not a civilian. I work with the government. I'm one of them. You're a civilian.
What's your
living right now? You're a civilian.
What's your GS rating? What's your rank? What's your rank in the government service?
Pardon?
What's your rank in the government service? My mother worked for the Social Security Administration a long time, so I kind of know about that.
That don't mean anything. That don't mean that you're not because your mom worked for the Social Security that mean anything. That's a long time ago. We got a lot of different presidents and a lot of rules have been.
Yeah, but the same rating structure works where different pay grades. It's kind of like the military. You have different GS ratings. What's your GS rating?
Has your mother ever go and sit in the White House? He ever tell you that she go and sit in the White House?
Actually, she did. Actually, no kidding. She really did. She knew President Harry Truman. And she sat in the White House. Yes, she did. And also President Eisenhower. It's true.
Why should I believe you?
No, why? I'm just telling you. You asked me, and I told you.
And you're telling me the truth. You've been telling me all these lies. Why will you tell me?
I haven't told you any lies. The only thing I didn't tell you truthful was my middle initial, which is not Q, but I was testing you to see if you knew my initial was Q, and you didn't pass the test.
I know that. That's why I asked.
Okay, so what is it? What's my middle initial?
Beating around the bush.
No, I'm just telling you. What's my middle initial? I'll confirm with you. You tell me.
No, we ain't playing a game here, sir. Why you believe we playing this game or something?
I'm not playing a game with you. You called me, and you're asking me these questions, and I'll tell you if I don't like personal questions. I told you one, so ask me another personal question. See if I'll answer it.
I ain't gonna do anything else with you. Right now, I'm planning on hanging up, and we might send you a next paper in the mail, so you can do that on yourself.
Okay.
Right now, you're a hard-headed man, and I find that out. So
okay,
I ain't
that sounds good.
Time with you.
That's good.
Right? And
That's good.
I'm not gonna ask you all the questions. But if you want to prolong this argument and talk,
well, you called me and you said you're going to ask me some questions. So ask me another question. I'll answer it, or I may not. We'll find out.
No, sir, you're taking this for a game. Why are you taking this for a game, man? This is not a game.
Life is that way, isn't it? No. if you're too serious about life, you're just too serious. You shouldn't. Hey, lighten up. What's your name again?
My name is Tim McGee, and my badge number is 77M. And
okay.
You're supposed to got that.
Okay, so your name's Tim. Tim, right? So your name's Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tim, lighten up. Enjoy life. You sound like a too serious of a guy. Like I said, when I heard your voice, I said, this guy's kind of serious. I don't think he's very serious. He's much too serious about things. I think you should lighten up. What do you think?
Man, I told you, and you don't understand. I'm not really from here. All right?
No, I'm not telling you where you're from. I don't care where you're from. I could care less where you're from. I could care less about that. I don't care where you're from. Hey, this is America. We have people here from all over the world. That's a great place. I don't care where you're from. I'm just saying I didn't like your voice. There's something about you. Are you mean to children or little kids? Or do you like little kids? Do you like children?
I got kids. Why would I be mean to kids?
Well, I'm just wondering.
No.
You have that kind of an edgy voice. Do you ever do time in prison or anything?
Well, no. And why will I do time in prison?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Time in prison.
How old are you anyway?
Me?
Yeah.
Right now I'm 29.
39? You're lying about your age. You're not 39. I bet you're older.
Man, you're all right. All right. I'm not telling you anything anymore. You're the one that play games.
Well, I think you're lying about your age.
Everything I'm telling you, it's a lie. I ain't telling you anything anymore.
Well, I think you're lying about your age. I don't think you're 39.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 62.
And you think I'm supposed to believe that?
Well, I don't care what you believe. You asked me a lot of questions. I told you my middle initial is Q, and it's not. So I'm going to tell you what I like to tell you.
All right. But you asked me something else, but I did tell you my right age a minute ago. So.
Okay. I'll fess up. My right age is I'm actually 66.
I know.
There you go. So why'd you ask if you knew?
You're not 66, man.
How old am I?
That's what you need me to tell you, and that's what I'm not going to tell you.
You just asked me that my age, and then I said I was 66, and you said I know. So you think I'm 66, right? By your records?
I know you're not 66. I just say that because I want to catch you in a trap that you're telling me a lot of lies.
I already told you I was 62. I already lied to you about that.
Yes, I know you've been telling me all these lies. So
Yep.
why will I believe that you're 62?
You're not the first guy from the government I've lied to, Putty.
I have a family that's 65, and you can hear the senior citizens in their voice, all right?
Yeah, I'm an old guy. I've lived a good life.
So you're about 32.
32?
30.
30?
40. Isn't it?
Wait a minute. There you go. Do you mean 30? Do you mean 30 instead of 30? Because turdy, when you say turd, T-U-R-D, means like poop. You know, it's like you drop a turd, you drop a poop. That's what turd means. So if you're saying I'm 30 or 32, then no, I'm not that. I'm an old guy, actually. I've been around a long time.
All right. You know what? I got something that I could tell you, and I know you could get very rich if I tell you that.
You tell me. Go ahead. I want to talk to you. Go ahead. Tell me.
You know you could be a stand-up comedian.
Oh, no kidding. Huh. No kidding. That's good to know that. Because, that's a compliment. Thank you. I kind of like you now, Tim, for saying that. It's very nice of you.
Man, right now I'm in the office with two of my coworkers. That's two lady, and I also hear with one of my guys also.
Yeah.
And they're all on the line, and they're listening to you. And man,
What are their names? I'll say hello to them.
You could be a stand-up community. Community.
Yeah. Well, what are their names? I'll say hello to them. What are their names?
Don't worry about that. You're my friend. I ain't gonna
Okay.
introduce you to my friend.
Okay, that's good. You got a girlfriend, Tim?
No, I got wives and girlfriends. I told you that I already got kids. Why
You got kids? How many kids you got? How many kids you got?
Huh? Me? I got 3 kids. I got 2 daughters and 1 son. I got the son last year.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So you should be proud of them. That's great. Yeah.
Man, I'm fully proud. I'm proud about all of my kids.
That's wonderful.
You have a kid to be proud of?
That's wonderful. This. You may not believe this, but it's true. I have 17 children I fathered.
Man, all right, listen. Don't you know that God do not like liars, man? Only thing you're doing right now is just telling me a lot of lies. Why can't they just keep this shit real, man? You're telling all these lies.
I like to. I enjoy it. I mean, face it, Tim. You're having a good time. This is the best call you've had all day. I bet it's the best call you've had all month.
Well, that's not a lie. If it was a lie, I will tell you that.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, you're a really funny guy.
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah.
So if I know you in person, maybe I will be hanging out with you.
Yeah. Well, I run with a rough crowd. I really do. I mean, I've had a lot of problems in life. I've run with a rough crowd. I'm settled down now. I'm a lot nicer than I used to be.
Well, in your voice, I could hear that you used to be, a rough guy. So I know you're not lying.
Yeah. Well, that's how life treats you. You treat the life the same way it treats you. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, nice talking to you. Are you going to send me a letter or what? Because I gotta. Actually, you mentioned about turds. I kind of had a big meal earlier today, and I got to go drop a turd. So, I mean, I'm really kind of interested in leaving here. So, I mean, if you could, you want to send me a letter, and they can, do that.
All right. What if I could call you back and tell you something that you don't know?
Well, tell me now. I mean, I can wait. I can wait. I have a strong bowel system. I can wait.
All right. Well, what if I tell you that you're gonna need to trust me, and I trust you, and I could get some money to you?
You can get some money to me. How are you going to get money to me?
I could deposit some some money to you in any checking account.
Oh, I don't trust banks. You know what? I'll tell you what, Tim. I found a long time ago it's best to deal in cash as much as possible. I deal in cash. I bought cars in cash. I bought a house in cash. I bought no kidding. I bought a big boat, paid cash for, and how I get the money is none of the government's business how I get the money and pay cash. I don't like to deal with banks. So I have minimal interest in banks. So that's the deal with that. So if you want to give me some cash, what do I have to do for it? Do I have to do something do I have to do any work for it?
No, you don't really have to work for it. The only thing you got to do when I send some money to you, man, you just got to take. I got to tell you how much you take out of it and where you're supposed to send the rest. That's the only.
Well, why would you do this to me? This is the first time you ever talked to me in your life, Tim. I mean, honestly, you sound like I've warmed up to you. At first, I didn't like you. I thought you're kind of a jerk when you called. Calling from Social Security, but you warmed up to me. I kind of like you now. So, but I ask you this question: why are you sending me money? I mean, I could care. You don't know me from Adam. I mean, really, I mean, I wouldn't send you money.
All right, listen, I got a little problem, all right, with getting money in my own hands, all right. So if you could help me out, I'm willing to pay you, man. I ain't trying to do any shit to you. Fuck you up. I won't do that.
Good.
Send some money to you at your post office. You can see the raw cash. You just tell me that you deal with cash. So I got a little problem with getting money.
Yeah.
If I could get some money to you, you can let me get it. All right. I will tell you what you're supposed to do, and you will do that, and I will get it.
Right. I'll tell you what, Tim. This is are your friends still listening? I don't want them to hear this one.
No,
okay.
I'm in my office now.
Okay, so here's the deal, Tim.
Let them know that you.
So here's the deal, Tim. Here's the deal, Tim. Understand this: when I've done a lot of work for people, it's never been legal. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. I've worked with some really serious people over the years. I mean, serious people over the years. Like people you'd hear about on TV. You know what I'm saying? So when I deal with people and they talk to me about money, then things get serious, and I deal only in cash. No Bitcoins, no checks, no credit cards, none of that stuff. So if you want to get me some money, what do you want me to do for you? I've done a lot of things that I wouldn't talk about over a telephone to people. So tell me what I need to do.
Have you ever sent any money?
No, I don't send money to anybody. I don't trust anybody.
All right. So, and do anyone ever give you any money and tell you to go and send it?
No. The only time people gave me money is when I had to go do something that was probably not very nice to other people. So I did it, but I got a lot of money for it.
And what's that? You're a hitman?
No. I wouldn't talk about that at all.
All right. What's that? What you do for them?
I worked for a lot of people. I did a lot of various things in my life.
Man, are you trying to tell me right now that you kill people? That's what you're trying to tell me?
I never said that. You said that. I never said a thing about that.
But you're telling me that people give you money to do stuff, and you can't tell me like, hey,
I've done a number of different things, Tim. I've done a number of different things in my life.
All right.
You decide what you think I might have done, but I'm just telling you. They're from very serious people, paid me very serious money to do things. That's why I can afford to pay cash for everything. So I don't need cash. I don't need money, really. I like Social Security. I get that. That's cool. So that's great to have. But that's I don't need any more money. Why would I need more money? I'm an old guy. I'm an old guy now.
Will you help me out then?
No, I won't help you out. I don't help anybody out. I'm serious. I don't help anybody out. No, I'm not that nice of a guy. I'm a funny guy. You think that's great, but when it comes to money, you're on your own, bud. I don't help anybody out. If you want help, go to church. You want help, go to maybe the government. You get a loan from them, but I won't loan you any money.
No, man, I never tell you to loan me money.
I'm not giving you any money either. I'm not giving you any money either.
I could send you some money, and you send what I tell you to send back to me, and you could take money out of it for yourself. Do you know the Western Union?
Western Union? Why would I go there?
I'm asking you if you know the location. I never told you to go there.
Oh, yeah, I know where it is.
Do you know where the MoneyGram is?
Yeah. Yeah.
All All right, listen, man. If I send you some money to your post to you at your right at your doorstep, only thing you need to do is just take out like $1,000 for yourself, and the rest you gotta just send me to the Western Union or the money.
Okay, wait. What you're telling me doesn't make sense. You're going to send me money to my doorstep, and I have to give you the right address. Okay, so you're going to send me some money, but now how you want me to spend this money in some specific way? What do you want me to do with this money?
I need you to open an account with some of the money, and I need you to send some of the money to me.
Why? Why?
You told me that.
Why? So you're sending me? Why don't you just open the account yourself? Why don't you open? You got a wife and 3 kids. You're probably a stable guy. Why don't you open the account yourself and do it yourself? Why are you having me to do it?
What if I need it in your state?
What's that?
What if I need it opened up in your state?
In my state? Why would you want to do that in my state?
Why wouldn't I do it in your state?
Yeah, I suppose you could. Why don't you do it yourself?
I can't come in your state just to...
Why would you want to open up a bank account in my state anyway? I mean, I don't understand that. This doesn't make sense to me.
Remember, I'm in Maryland. Where you at?
Well, here's my question. You work for the Social Security Administration. You probably make a boatload of money. You make good money. Why would you need to open up a savings checking account, whatever, in another state for $1,000? That's probably chump change to a guy like you. You government agents make all kinds of money.
Deposit money about $150,000, and all this other stuff.
Where does a government employee get $150,000 unless you're doing something dirty?
Man, so what if I'm doing something dirty? You just told me that you're a dirty guy. So why you pointing fingers now?
Well, I'm not pointing fingers, but if you got some good money, I'm in it for a lot more than you think.
You did some good money, man. Why will I been talking to you?
What kind of money are we talking about? You got 150 grand you want to deposit in a legal account, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, it's got to be. Is it under your name or whose name is it under?
What, the deposit?
Yeah.
The deposit will be under my name. It's my money. Why will it be?
But you want me to open the account? They're not. If I open an account, I got to do it under my name. Why? You'd have to. I can't use your name. They won't allow that. I mean, that doesn't make sense. You're asking me to do something that doesn't make sense. Tim, are you still there? You going to talk to me?
Yes, I'm going to talk to you. This is Tim McGee.
I can't. It was garbled. I didn't understand what you said. Your connection's going bad. Must be a really rough phone line from Maryland, huh? Okay. Either the phone line went dead or he hung up. But anyway, I had a lot of fun with that guy, and I jerked him around a really long time and wasted his time, and he didn't get to work his scam. So there was Tim from Social Security, and he was one of the most disorganized scammers I've ever talked to. But I had a lot of fun with making fun of him and telling him a lot of whoppers. So anyway, at least he thought I was a funny guy, and I was trying to be a funny guy at his expense. So thanks for watching.